So, this is the time where I had my first ever seizure. Yeah, some things have definitely happened to me over the years. First things first. No, I'm not epileptic. I wasn't diagnosed with epilepsy. There's nothing like that going on. But here's a bit of a story on how this happened. And I believe this is the most accurate way, because something definitely caused it. So this was in 2024, the year I started my channel. I think it was like a month or two after I started it as well. So I was just doing the usual thing, playing my games, going to school, coming home, stuff like that. But during those routines, I would also take antidepressants, because I do have depression, I do have anxiety, yada yada. But I would take antidepressants every day. So the amount I was supposed to take every day was where I kind of messed up on. And I'd be like, Purple, don't they tell you on the bottle how much to take a day and when to take it? But yeah, that's the thing. It did. But for some reason, I guess I totally forgot that. Instead of one pill a day, I was taking double the amount of pills I was supposed to take every day. So I was taking 2 pills. I was taking 600 milligrams. I think that's how it's measured. Of antidepressants every day for I think about a week or two. See, this is a very dumb way to die. It definitely would have been a very sad way to go out, because, well, I'm not as suicidal as I used to be, So, yeah, that would have been a very sad way to go out, to be honest. And I would have nobody blaming myself. But yeah, a few days, I think a day or two in, while I was taking these 2 pills, which I was only supposed to take 1 per morning, not 2. That feels very wrong. I was just doing my usual thing, felt good, nothing was wrong. Then I think maybe the 3rd or 4th day, I went to school, and for some reason, I didn't know why at the time, but I was feeling pretty odd. Not so odd to the point where I couldn't attend classes and all that, not all that. And thankfully, I didn't have a seizure at school. Because that would have actually been pretty scary. Oh my god. But yeah, I was just feeling kind of ill. I forgot for how long, but it was kind of in the morning when I was going to my 2nd period class, I think. So I was just feeling a bit dizzy, a little nauseous, but I thought it was nothing, I thought it was nothing. Maybe it's just, maybe my brain, I don't know. Because, sometimes I feel ill for no reason. That's just how it is. But I get home, right? The same day I get home, I still feel pretty odd. I'm thinking, man, what's wrong? Not as odd as I did at school, but I was still feeling pretty off. Still dizzy, still nauseous. But I decided that it was going to go away eventually. It's going to go away eventually, right? So I decided to go ahead and record my Nightmare Dungeon video. Because, 2024 was the year the Nightmare Dungeon came out. And I actually didn't try it yet because I was on a Wiz hiatus. I completed Waru and all that on my characters. But after, I was kind of on a Wiz hiatus. So I didn't really do Nightmare Dungeon at the time. And this was when I was actually running it with Richard Unicorn Collar and another person. I forgot who, but I was. So I was in the middle of it, right? Like, kind of in the middle of the dungeon. I think it was Fama Rama Croc we were fighting at the time. So, like, so far so good. I'm still feeling a bit odd, but, you know, I'm thinking, this will blow over. Well, as I'm fighting that boss with Richard and another person, I black out. Like, just outright, I black out. I don't know if there's a flash on the screen that made me do so, because I kind of forgot the details, mostly. But, next thing I know, I'm on the floor. I see heavy boots around me. And, you know, I saw the heavy boots and, you know, I got scared. I was like, I mean, I don't know if I can really describe what I was like. But I think I was just like, you know, making noises that signify fear, I guess. So yeah, I was just kind of like, I don't know if I call it whimpering, but maybe just like, I don't know, just something out of nonsense. I don't know. But, you know, I was okay. My mama was there too. So, they eventually, sat me up and they asked me if I remembered anything. And I said, well, no, not really. Like, other than the fact I was playing my game. No, not really. They placed me on my bed and stuff. And now, thankfully, I did not fall on the floor. Thankfully, dude. Because I was on a higher chair at the time. Like, I didn't have a chair with, like, armrests and stuff at the time. But I guess I did get pretty lucky. Because I could have fallen off the chair during my seizure and things could have gone a lot worse if that happened. So, they sat me up, they got me in bed, they eventually take me to the hospital. And, you know, they check me out, they draw my blood, they give me some medication for seizures and epileptic stuff. And I'm just asking my mama. Like, I've calmed down at this point, and it was raining too, so yeah, it was definitely an inconvenience. But yeah, I asked mama, hey, so like, what happened and stuff, like, and you know, I was like also faking her, like, fake him up, cause like, y'all, seizures are serious. Like, you can die from that shit. Like, yeah, it's rare, but you most definitely can die from that shit, whether you have epilepsy or not. So, she told me that, you know, she has heard something, right? Like, her room is, like, across from mine. Like, there's, like, a small hallway between our rooms. And I think, one of the doors were at least open. So that's how she could hear me. Because I was on a chair still, right? Apparently, I was on my game, right? But I was seizing, right? And apparently my hands and whatever was just on the keyboard. Or not maybe on the keyboard, but like I was jittering so much that things were moving around on my desk to the point that even the keyboard could be heard. And it was very loud, apparently. It was pretty loud. And my mom didn't know what that was. So like she just went to my room to check me out. Like, she went to my room to see what I was doing. Because, you know, sometimes I do play those games that have you mash a lot on keys or have you spam click your mouse. But, of course, Wiz doesn't really have you do that. So, she saw me seizing right there. And that's when she got my younger sister to call 911 while my mom got me on the floor, so I wouldn't like hurt myself or fall off the chair. And eventually, you know, I do get better. I eventually do realize that it was the amount of medicine I was taking per day. I was taking double the amount I should have been, so yeah, I very well could have killed myself if, you know, I very well could have killed myself if, you know, if I got pretty unlucky and its teacher did try to be fatal. But, you know, I'm still here, still chilling, a lot better. Yes, I'm reading the bottles. Yes, I'm reading them now. Yes. Like, I don't want that happening again. But, yeah. For a few days, she had these doors in the hallway to our rooms that are pretty much connected. Just, she had them open just in case I seized again. And thankfully, I never did. Like, it's been nearly 2 years since the incident. I never did. So, safe to say, this is probably a one-time thing in my life. But, yeah, that's a huge lesson learned. I could have most certainly died if I took these 2 pills per day a lot more often than I should have. So, yeah, basically, y'all, the moral of the story is, don't be a dumbass like me.